Today I'm going to share with you how we help buyers acquire properties with no money out of pocket and actually be able to put money in their pocket. Now, this won't work with every deal, but it will work with some deals that you would otherwise lose. So, this will put another tool in your tool belt to close deals that others are missing out on. Here's how our team helped a buyer acquire a cash flow property with no money out of pocket and end up with actually extra money in their pocket. So every deal starts with a seller, which we have here, who was wanting to sell their property for $600,000, and our buyer was willing to pay that price and went out and got a loan. Could have been a hard money loan or a DSCR loan, doesn't really matter. Was able to qualify for a 90% loan to value and needed to come up with the other 10% or 60K in this case. So they came to us and wanted to borrow 60K, and we said, well, why don't you talk to the seller and see if they're willing to do a seller carryback and seller finance a portion of the price that they were going to get. So that's what they did. They were able to get this seller to agree to do a note for 140K of seller finance back. So instead of getting 600K right up front, they would get 460K right up front, and they would then get over time the 140K from the buyer on note. So that was the arrangement, and then we came in and at close of escrow to satisfy the lender. First, we wanted to talk to the lender. We always make sure that we talk to the lender and make sure that they're okay with a second position loan that is a seller carryback loan. As long as the lender's okay with that, we can go ahead and fund the 60K right at closing that they need to satisfy the total amount of the purchase price. And then when the seller note kicks in at close of escrow, we get paid back our 60K plus our 2.5% return, which is $1,500. And the seller gets to keep 80K minus our little fee right here of $1,500 and any closing costs. But that's still a pretty good amount of money they're putting in their pocket just to buy a property. So if you're interested in doing a seller carryback deal and you need some upfront funding, we can help you with that. And if you're not already doing these kind of deals, you're missing out. This buyer would not have been able to purchase this property without using the seller carryback method and our funding. And in some cases, like we said, in almost every case, there's extra money in their pocket. The seller gets their price, the buyer gets the property and money in their pocket. The lender's happy because they're going to get their payments and everybody wins. Hope that's helpful, and let us know if you have any questions.